welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. I'm just rushing in here from the gala. We're backstage here at the Diversity in Aquatics conference where people are getting showered with these prestigious awards. The Big Six awards were given out tonight to various people who made an outstanding contribution locally and nationally in the field of aquatics. We'll get a chance to talk to all of these who received the Big Six, which would be the Jim Ellis Award, Ken Roland Award, the Lee Pitts Award, the Maritza Award. What's Maritza's last name?
McClendon.
McClendon, the Olympian. The Arthur Lopez Award. All that took place. Did I miss anybody?
That's it.
Okay, the Big Six.
And the President's Award.
And the President's Award. Sean Anderson. So we're here at the Diversity in Aquatics 2019 conference, the Marriott Hotel on Key Biscayne in Miami. Encourage everybody to come out next year, and Lee Pitts Live is proud to continue to document this great event. This gentleman right here is Ken Roland. Of course, we have an award named after Ken Roland. We'll get a chance to know about him and the award first, and then we'll get a larger conversation with these gentlemen. Ken, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Well, thank you so much, Lee, for having me.
First, I want to compliment you on all the great work you've done this weekend, running the Diversity in Aquatic Swimming and Water Safety Fest, bringing your band here tonight to perform, and conducting some outstanding workshops throughout the day. It could not have been done without your contribution.
I really do appreciate just the heartfelt and warm feeling that I get for just doing all of these things towards teaching people life-saving skills.
Man, the story that you shared about your car accident today, and then you're able now, you were dead, and you're now back alive, and you're still, you're using swimming as a vehicle to teach other people and to train people, and you're still able to get into a skinny suit, coming in here dressed like the Temptations, bro. Shark skin, you're clean, bro, you're clean. See, I try to be all serious, I'm loosening your butt up.
Thank you so much, man. Hey, you know, I only dress like this just to keep up with sharp cats like you and that young fellow over there.
Okay, Ken and I are good friends, and we formed our bond through the water, and I always have some great fun with him. You guys certainly need to stay tuned for Two Black Guys Talking Swimming. It's going to be posted soon. You see me and Ken out on the beach. We're finally going to get around to that.
Excellent.
Ken, we have an award that's in your name. And you got the opportunity to be involved with the selection process this year, who would get the Ken Roland Award. Mm-hmm. So it's very fitting that I have the opportunity to allow you to present the award, and then we'll have some comments from the recipient. Go ahead and read that award first.
All right. Well, actually, the award states that this award is the Diversity in Aquatics Ken Roland Award, and it's presented to that person for that special person of color who sets a standard for mankind with their commitment to aquatics, who has lived their life with a passion to bring forth in the world a dream, a vision, a way of being for mankind that is independent of any personal goals. You know, we don't do this for money, right? It's all about making a difference in someone's life, and that's the key here. Life has purpose, and it's independent of any personal goal. And when I met this young man, I was just inspired by his intellect, number one, and his passion. And I seen an incredible growth where he went from being a lifeguard to proliferating his skills and learning more about the pool operation part of it, and then gathering even more education, which is really what this is about training and making people safer in the water and in around any kind of life-saving situation. And so now he's become an instructor trainer in several different disciplines. He's a water safety instructor trainer. Are you a lifeguard instructor trainer as well, sir?
He's also the assistant aquatic director.
And that's the next thing I was going to say, which makes me so proud of him. He's now the assistant aquatic director for Nova Southeastern University. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the Ken Roland Award, which goes to Mr. Austin Harris.
Thank you. Austin, I know I got a chance to interview you early, and people got some real good background on what you do. So to receive the Ken Roland Award tonight in front of all of those people, what was that like for you, and what would you like to say to Ken?
I'm just totally blown away. It made me reflect. It was a lot of reflection that went into coming today, and to have this award, I always thought of Ken as a mentor, someone who gave me a fair shot. And when I saw him in a role that he was in at the city of Fort Lauderdale, that was inspiration. That says, hey, people like us can be running things. So, I've taken, I remember when I saw his business card and I saw the alphabet soup behind his name, and I said, you know what, I want to be like that guy. And so, my passion has come from people like him, people like yourself, to really to make an impact in wherever I can. When I've risen into this position, I knew that I had a platform where I can bring some other people along with me, people of color, that it says, hey, you can be at a private institution, you could be a lifeguard, you could be a water safety instructor, you can be, a first responder, all these things that, that people have aspired to, and who may not known that was a career path for them. When I first got into it like I said before, as a lifeguard, taking it as an elective at Florida A&M, I never knew what this path would bring me down. And so now I just want to use this platform to be able to give back. And I'm just so honored to be in the company of some great professionals around me, and particularly this conference. Again, just to be able to be surrounded by other professionals in the industry, and it just makes the work more valid.
You just heard comments from the 2019 Diversity in Aquatics Ken Roland Award recipient. Ken, you got a chance to hear Austin's comments. I'd like for you to be able to say something on top of that.
Well, when I thought about when the voting started to come in, and everybody was voting for this person or that person, and the reason why he is the way he is that he just has a thirst for knowledge, and he has a passion. And that's one of the things that I liked about you right from the very beginning. You were just open and honest about everything that goes on, and you did not look at it with colored visions on, colored glasses. You looked at the world as it really was, and you tried to make a difference. You really did make a difference.
And he's just a cool dude.
Yes.
I got a chance to meet him again before this interview, and we reconnected on a lot of levels. And he just Ken, you did yourself proud, and this is somebody I know will carry your name and associated with that award, and something you'll continue to be proud of. They need all of us for a picture. Okay, we'll be right in. So, Ken, tell us how you've enjoyed the conference so far this year compared to in previous years.
Well, one of the things is always, too, this wonderful venue that we have here. It's just amazing. And, just yesterday I got phone calls from my friends all over the nation, and it's particularly in the north, saying how cold it was. And so rather than experience that cold weather, you can come down here and empower yourself with aquatic knowledge with people that kind of look like you and me. And that's the good thing about this venue. The other thing is the opportunity to network and to get to know and meet people and understand that there are role models out there for you. And you have challenges that maybe everybody has challenges in their particular area, but all those challenges are something that maybe somebody had before.
We're going to let you run off to go take the picture. I'll continue to talk to Ken. They want to take a picture with all the award recipients. It's live TV, baby. Continue to talk to Ken. Ken, diversity in aquatics. I mean, you old school. You and I old school. When we were coming along, there was no such organization on the planet Earth to focus specifically on that. When you've seen the evolution of aquatics and swimming, and now we arrive to an organization like this, which you are a board member, what comes to mind? What type of reflections and progress?
When I think about the past, so to speak, especially when it comes to aquatics, everything was always from a particular perspective, which was not necessarily my perspective, or I guess it was. It's a different era of cultural competency that is today, as that was lacking back then. And everything was a particular way, and you had to do it that particular way. But one of the things that I've always strived to do is to innovate and to ask questions and things like that. And so that's why we make it culturally competent for our particular areas. Anytime that we do things, we being people of color, when we do things, we do it with a particular cultural flair. And for example, a shortcut in order to get children directly into a streamlined position, one of the ways I do that is I say peanut butter jelly. We make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You put one hand out, you put the other hand on top of that, and then when you make the peanut butter jelly sandwich, you put your chin on your chest. So all I have to do is say one keyword phrase, and then everybody's already in that position. So it's that kind of innovation that I think opens the door to the future. When I look back too, of course, there weren't any people that looked like me that were on the beach patrol. There weren't any people that looked like me that were pool managers or coordinators or aquatic directors or aquatic supervisors in charge of entire programs for cities. And so, just as Austin said, when we came up, he says, "Wait a minute, you mean you're in control of all of these pools?" And I said, "Well, yeah, of course I'm in control of all of these pools, I paid my dues just like everybody else, I didn't, nothing ever comes easy for us. Nothing ever comes easy. So one of the things I have to say is that the door is now opening now for more prolific training and more different kinds of training, and I the future is just an undiscovered country.
If people want to tap into you, CPR, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
you're national.
Yes.
You're global. People can tap into your programs and certification concepts. How do people reach you? Is there a website, a social media page, what have we, and go from there?
Well, my company, it's called CPR, etc., and we bring life-saving skills to the community. So our whole model is you don't have to come to some classroom and sit in there and go through this long drawn out thing, and then several days, several months, several hours later you just forgot all that stuff. And so we try to take an approach where we use things to help you remember. So if you take a class with CPR, etc., then 2 years later when I come back in, you already know those important factors for life-saving skills. And so the retention of that knowledge is something that we specialize in. And then also too, we come to you. Just like I said, all you have to do is call us up. We look at the calendar, see what's good for you, what's good for us. Our website is www.cpr-etc.net.
And you take it from there, right?
Yeah, we take it from there.
Well, man, it looks like we are kind of coming to the conclusion of another year. You and I, two peas in a pot.
Yes, brother.
Man, I tell you, man, getting it done feels good, but I'm telling you, when it's over, it feels even better.
You're absolutely right, man.
I can't. How long are we going to be able to do this?
Hey, man.
My back is starting to bother me now.
How
man.
long?
My knees killing me, man. I'm still out here plowing. You out here plowing, man. And man, we certainly had a life field in the water. We had a great our life turned towards the water, and it's just been fully rewarded for sure. People be looking at this video, say 50 years from now, and they'll see the conversation.
some things are always the same, and then there's some things that are challenges that you have to overcome. And one of those challenges is getting older too, right? Man. But I tell you one thing, it's been a heck of a ride, right, brother?
Great.
It's been a great ride, and I would not change a thing because I would not be the person that I am if it weren't for the experiences that we had. Just like earlier today, you know, I look back and I stand on the shoulders of giants. The first guy who was ever a black lifeguard on a white beach patrol, that was my swim coach, and we honored him today in our moment of history. And then that inspired me, you know, and that's when I became the first African American in charge of a white beach patrol on the East Coast of the United States. So, like I said, it's been a long, arduous road, but I mean, here we are, and we're still stroking. We are still stroking. We're gonna stroke.
You can swim forever, people. And I'll be in the water tomorrow, getting that therapy. When I swim, it's therapeutic for me. All my muscles stretching. It's like yoga, and swimming is Pilates. We encourage people to continue to swim. We encourage you to understand that swimming is a life-saving thing, not just a sport.
Yes.
But it's also something that you can have fun with. Emphasis on the word fun. You can participate in a lot of other water-related activities. You also can have confidence in yourself that when the time comes for you to go up there and swim, you can swim too, and that nobody is better than you because they can swim and you can't. And the way to make sure that that doesn't happen is get in a swim class, learn how to swim. No matter how old or how young you are, you can get started in aquatics. Now, age-wise, a young part, there are different people who have different theories on when you should get somebody started in swimming. My position is around 3 years old. Let's see what this expert position is.
Well, you know, I take a different position than that.
Go ahead.
You know, I think that you should start immediately.
Okay.
Immediately. Once the baby is born, you should start immediately.
Okay.
At least starting those dry land skills where you're teaching muscle memory, you know, whereas you go
with your son.
Exactly. From the moment my son was born, we took him out, and of course you go to the mall with your wife, and she's shopping, and I'm sitting there with the baby. So I just took the baby out, and I'm moving their arms, going dig, 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 dig. I lay them on my lap, and I take their legs, and I keep their legs straight, and I'm going kick, 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 kick. I don't want them to just go kick, kick, kick. I want to go kick, 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 because that's how I want them to move their legs. And so from the moment that he was born, I started doing that, and at age 5 months, I took him down to the pool. And when I just got him into the water, and I made sure that I kept him warm and using my body heat and everything else. And I said, well, let me see if he would just go to the wall. I'm gonna just try to push him and glide him to the wall. So I said, kick, 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 kick. He kicked his legs and moved his arms and went right to the wall. And he's been swimming ever since.
What a story.
I tell you the truth.
What a story. You see what I mean? All that happens here at Diversity in Aquatics, you meet people from all over the world who come here to celebrate in this conference. Big shout out to my man, Sean, who's not here, Sean Anderson.
Dr. Sean Anderson.
Right, one of the founders of the organization. And Sean and his grown man, Ken and I are here holding down in Fort while you are somewhere chilling in Chicago, I heard. But man, your vision is a reality. We just had the award celebration. We'll be right back with more interviews with award recipients right here at Diversity in Aquatics 2019 conference. Encourage everybody to get prepared for the 2020 conference. Put it on your schedule. Right here on Leap His Live. We'll be right back.